Hey, welcome to One Last Hand. I'm Scott. We're about to play some Comic Hunters. I picked this game up fairly recently. I did an unboxing video on the channel. Hopefully, you've caught up with that. If not, let's just talk for a little bit about what's going to happen and how this game works, and then we'll dive into it. We're going to play solo today. We're going to play against the AI, which is Jarvis. And we're going to see how we go. Obviously, the idea of this game is to collect comics. We have 3 decks here. These decks are made up of comics from sort of the 2000s back to the 80s, and then sort of really rares down to like the 70s, 60s. We have a convention deck which is made up of 6 of the green cards, 6 of the level 1 cards or tier 1 cards, 10 of the tier 2 cards, and 10 of the tier 3 cards. This is going to come in handy later. I'm going to put these over here to remind me of that. We've got the board. Let's just zoom in on the board and talk a little bit about it. Obviously, there's our cup of coffee. But after that, we've got this tracker up here. We need to populate this actually with these little tokens at random. So you can see we've got our tokens here. We are going to place these down and close my eyes and draw one out of my hand. And that one goes at the very top. So you can see Doctor Strange is at the top. Doctor Strange comics are going to be worth the most depending on how much we collect. So if we get between 3 and 4, we get 6. If we get between if we get between 5 and 7, we get 12. 8 and 11 is 24, and 12 plus is 48. We're going to take another 2 out of our hand. So this one is, well, these 2 were first. So that's Iron Man and Black Widow. They're going to be worth slightly less, as you can see. And then finally, the next 3, Captain America, Black Panther, and Spider-Man, go on the bottom section, and they're going to be worth the least. We've then got this tracker here. This is for our money. Both Jarvis and I start on 15 monies. As time goes on, we'll have to spend this at auction sites. That is going to reduce. Anything left in this at the end of the game is also worth points. And then we've got this highlight section here. You can see, you might not be able to see this, this is a number 1. This is a first appearance, and this is a special edition. For each of the comics that we pick up and put into our collection that has one of these symbols on, we're going to move our little marker along this track. Jarvis is going to be doing the same, and obviously depending on where you get, you actually get 15 points or 8 points. First gets 15, second gets 8. Last way of scoring points is this section here, which is varied collections. For each collection that has 3 or more comics in for different heroes, you will get a score on this track. So if we had 5 sets of collections, all with 3 comics in or more, we get 15 points. And the way the game's going to work is we are going to travel to different locations in each round. And as we do, we're going to be able to draft some cards. There's different mechanisms for drafting those cards. And then we have a collection phase. So you can see here we're going to go to the store, then to the flea market, then to a convention, and then we're going to assemble our collection. Then we're going to go to the store, the auction site, and the convention. Then we're going to assemble our collection. Then we're going to go to the flea market, auction site, and convention, and we're going to assemble our convention. Our collection. Once we've done that, that's the end of the game. We do the final scoring on our scoring chart down here, and that is pretty much that. Let's get into it, shall we? First things first, there's our convention deck. I'm going to leave it here. Every so often we'll be adding more cards to that. When we go to the convention, we start picking it up. I'm going to be the greens, and Jarvis is going to be orange. Let's get started. Our first round is the store. You can see here, if we move our little tick here, we're going to the store. The store tells us what to do here. You can see that this little icon here means we've used the deck 1 or the tier 1 cards. And the store is really simple. We turn over 3 cards. I'm going to zoom in and just talk a little bit about the cards. This is interesting. They're all Doctor Strange. We turn over 3 cards, and depending on those cards, we get to pick up 2, and 1 goes into Jarvis's collection. Now, we have to pay for our cards. So let's assume we picked up 15 cards during all of these drafts. We might want to keep 5, 6 of them. We're going to have to pay for them with their cost being in this bottom corner. So for all of the other cards in our hand, we can use that as currency to buy these comics. I'll show you what I mean when we get there. But just bear in mind, everything we pick up isn't in our collection. We've got to pay for those cards to go into our collection. Whereas Jarvis, everything Jarvis picks up is in his collection. He gets it in there for free. So the way these cards are laid out is you can see here the hero icon in the top corner. Then you can hear the highlights in these sections down here. So what this is showing us is if we got a Doctor Strange comic in our collection, we'd get one Doctor Strange comic for this section here. We'd also get one little marker along the track. So as we go along, we're going to be populating these with any highlights that we get. You can see here, this comic has 2 heroes in. We get to choose which hero goes into our collection. A collection must have 2 comics, and to be in the varied collection, you must have 3 comics. And then you can see here also some cards have 2 icons, which obviously if we were paying with the first outfit or new look highlight, we'd get one for being the first appearance and 1 for being a new look. We don't get that in this instance. So we need to pick up 2 cards. Knowing that Doctor Strange is at the top there, knowing that these 2 both give us highlights, I'm going to pick up these 2, and we are going to let Jarvis have this one over here. That's going to be in Jarvis's collection from this point going forward. These are in our hand. We're going to do the same thing again. You do the same thing twice at the store. So we're picking up some more cards, all from the tier 1 deck. We're done with that. I'm just going to place it out of the way because there's a few things we have to do as we go through. Okay, so we've got another Doctor Strange comic, and this time we've got a Captain America or a Black Panther. Both of those appear at the bottom. We are more likely to take the Captain America because it's got the highlight. This is an all-new Captain America, version 1, and this is 2015, and this is Doctor Strange version 5, I think it is, or V5. Number 1, this is 2018. We're going to take these 2, and we're going to let Jarvis have Black Panther over here. Okay, the store is done. We can move on to the flea market. Now, the way the flea market's slightly different. First things first, we use the 2nd tier deck. So we're going to pick those up. And then we create a row of cards, or column of cards, of 3 cards. Let's just bump these up slightly. So hopefully you can see all of those. So we've got 1 Doctor Strange, we've got 1 Spider-Man and another Spider-Man. Now the way this is going to work is Jarvis and I are going to take turns putting cards in a row. Now the top row can only have 2 cards, the middle row can have 3, the bottom row has 4. At the end, we can pick up a row at any point in time. If you were playing with other players, you'd be picking these up before someone else did because you want to make sure you get those cards. But in this, we can kind of let it go to the end. Jarvis is always the 2nd player. So when we pick up our hand, let's say we picked up the middle row with 3 cards, Jarvis is always going to pick up the row with the most cards in it that's left. So let's turn over our next card. We get to decide where we're going to place this. Spider-Man is kind of Jarvis's thing, I think. I think I'm going to put this in the middle here. The reason being is both of these symbols aren't symbols that we're collecting, whereas this one is, and obviously Doctor Strange at the top. The way Jarvis works is Jarvis turns over the card, and you can see the hero icon on here. He's then going to look at the tiers of heroes on this section, see where they match, and that's where the card goes. Because Captain America is in the 3rd tier, Captain America's comic will go in the 3rd tier. Okay, next we have Iron Man. Iron Man is 2nd tier. Now, do we want to attempt to collect some Iron Man? We do have some Captain America, but if we were to put this up here, we're going to end up giving Jarvis a lot of comics, but these are 2 comics that we could collect. This has got Iron Man, Hulk and Thor. Remember, Hulk and Thor are out of the game. Next, we have another Spider-Man. This is a first. I think I'm going to put this here, so because he's likely to pick up the bottom row. What's next? Jarvis would look at this. He would put this at the top because of that, but sorry, at the bottom, and he can because there's space. So we'll put Black Panther there. And then the next one is Black Widow, and that's going to go in the bottom row as well. Now, we have a decision to make. We can either pick up these cards at the bottom, which are going to give us the most currency to do things. Equally, every single one of these would score us on the highlight track if we can get them into a collection. The Spider-Man row would be great for starting a Spider-Man collection. However, he's at the bottom of the tier, and only one of these has a highlight on that we want. And then finally we have Doctor Strange, and we have the Avengers comic. I think I'm going to take this bottom row. I think that just gives us more items to play with. It gives him less cards. That means Jarvis is going to pick up Spider-Man, and he's going to have a 4 Spider-Man comic collection, which is a pretty good start for him. But we've got a lot of cards to play with. These 2 cards, we take them off the table and we put them on the convention deck. We're going to use those right now, in fact. So I'm going to tuck my cards over here. I'm going to bump these ones out of the way. And the way this works is slightly different. So I'm just going to move over. We're going to grab the convention deck and give it a shuffle. And then what we're going to do is make a square of 5 by 5. Hopefully you can see these. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to bring 5 down here. Then 5 across. And then 5 up. And then we plonk 1 in the middle here. So let's just square this off a little bit. Perfect. We can see all of that. So the way this works is we take all of the actions at this place. Jarvis doesn't take anything. What we do is we can move any card around, and then we can pick up a row or column by saying a character's name and choosing all of the cards in that column. So let's use the top column as an example. We have Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Captain America, and Black Widow. If I didn't move any cards and I said Iron Man, I'd be able to pick up this one and this one. We then have a discard phase where exactly the same action, we can move a card, then we can choose a hero, and we can discard those cards. We do the same thing again, and then every card left on at the convention, Jarvis is going to add to his collection. So this looks a little rough to us. Let's have a think about what we're trying to do. We're trying to get Doctor Strange. I could move this Doctor Strange up here, but I'm only going to get 2 by doing that. Obviously, just bear in mind these have got the 3 level cards in as well. I could move. Let's just have a little look at our collection. So our collection at the moment is a bit janky. I'm not going to lie. We've got some Doctor Strange, we've got Captain Americas, and we've got some Black Panthers and Black Widows. Black Widow is worth more to us than Black Panther. But again, there's 2 Black Widows in this row. There's 2 in this row. Again, not with the highlights that we're looking for. This one is a new outfit. This one's an epic battle. So maybe not perfect for us. Okay. I don't know what to do here. It's a real tough one. I really want the Doctor Strange comics, but there isn't a way to get rid of an awful lot, I don't think. Adding some Doctor Strange comics. They're both... one's a level 1, the other's a level 2. I don't think there's any other Doctor Strange around here. So it gives us some stuff to play with. And that's going to get us to 5 comics straight off the bat. I think we're going to... Oh, this feels like a bad move. This genuinely feels like a bad move, though. Okay, I'm going to do it, even though it feels like a bad move. So I've moved this one in, and I'm going to say Doctor Strange, and I would pick up all the Doctor Strange comics in this column. There's only these 2. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to discard. And I want to get rid of cards that I think are really going to benefit him. So we've got one over... These 2 here both fit in Iron Man. We could move one up here and get rid of Iron Man comics. That might be our shout. We should be thinking, what can we do to pick up more? But I think getting rid of Iron Man is probably wise. I don't think it matters which one. This is number 1s. This is first. I'm gonna get rid of special edition ones, I think. So we're going to move Iron Man over here, and we're going to say Iron Man, which means all 3 of these get discarded. I think they go into the convention deck, but I'm not sure that's correct. So let's just have a little look. Convention. When it's your turn, you choose which comic book to acquire and slide 1 card left, right, up, down, moving through the grid. The movement is optional. you say the name of the hero column and you pick up the card. So what does it say under solo play? Jarvis does not buy. The player's turn starts the same way as a 3-to-4 player game, remembering to follow all the card rules. Then it comes to discard turn. The player follows the same rules above, and then you can discard and select a hero in a row or column. But these cards will be added to the convention deck. Perfect. Perfect. So it's now our turn to pick up. We've got one Doctor Strange. Doesn't feel like that's the right option. We could put a Captain America in here and pick up 2. We've already got 2 in this row. And this one's a Captain America and Black Panther. We could move Spider-Man over here and pick up 3. We could put Black Widow over here and pick up 3. That might not be the worst shout, I think. Although we could do that to get rid of them. We don't have any. We've got 1 Black Widow at the moment. These are worth quite a lot, so they're going to be worth picking up and then discarding. Possibly. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to move this one up here, and I'm going to say Black Widow, and we'll pick up all 3 of these in this row. And we'll tuck these down here. Okay, now how can we get rid of the most cards from Jarvis's potential collection? There's 2, whatever is called, you know, the old Black Panther. What we can do is we can move this Captain America one down here and down to here. And then if I say Captain America, I can get rid of this. Even though this is the second hero icon, he's on there, we can get rid of all 3 of these. And these can go on the convention deck. And then every other card, our man Jarvis is going to pick up. So that is not ideal. This is an Iron Man, Hulk, or Thor. This is another Spider-Man. I think we've messed up with Spider-Man's or Jarvis's Spider-Man collection. And then this one was also his as well. Okay, that is that. We move on to scoring and assembling our collection. So I'm just going to move all of my cards over here. Let's go through mine first. I think that makes the most sense. And then we'll come back to Jarvis. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 comic Doctor Strange comic collection. They have the total value of 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we want to pick up the 6 Doctor Strange comics, and we do because he's at the top of the list and that already gets us 12 points, we have to be able to buy those. And we use currency from these cards to do that. So for example, we've got 4 here. If we put Black Panther on here, we've got 6. So let's assume we're going to buy these 5 comics with these 3 cards. That takes us into having Captain America and having some Black Widow. Now, we can get rid of this 3. So that gives us 4 points from these 2. We can keep a card in our hand, and I'm tempted to do that. Let's swap this one round. I'm going to keep this one in my hand. I'm going to use these 2 to sell. Now I think these go in the convention deck as well. Let's just have a little look. Auction website, it's a 2-player game, convention. Doesn't say on there. Let's just have a look. Assemble your collection. Must pay the market value of each card. It's also possible to rearrange comic books. Lastly, players check the highlights of the comic books they've just placed down. Tokens, highlight. Start a collection. Doesn't say, actually. Expand a collection. Pay the market value. Must pay the market value for any comic book you place down, whether it be expanded collection. The market value of the comic book is the same as the number shown on the back of the card. To pay for cards placed down there, at this stage you must discard any cards from your hand, add up to market value, exceed the value. Important, there is no change. Discard. Any comic book cards that are discarded are added to the convention deck. Nice. What was I doing? I was discarding these to pay for these, right? Let's just double check the value. 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. And we're keeping this one in our hand. All of these go in the convention deck. That is our collection. We cannot put this one down because it's not a collection. You have to have 2 cards in your deck. But let's add up what our cards add up to. We have 3 Doctor Strangers. Let's be green. I don't know if I said I was going to be orange or green. Let's be green. We have 3 Doctor Strangers and their the first edition. So we can they're the first in the collection or the comic book series. So we can do 1, 2, 3 for our green marker. Then we have a first edition. So we can put our green marker on the 1. And then we have nothing. So that's our collection done. That's our whole score. We don't score anything for this one. Let's do our buddy Jarvis. So as I said, everything that he's got is in his collection. So we're going to Spider-Man over here. We have a lot of comics for Spider-Man. Luckily, a lot of them don't have any symbols on. In fact, the only card here that has a symbol on is this first. So he's going to come over here and go there. There's nothing else that's scoring points on these ones. Then he has Black Panther. So we have 1 of the special edition. Nothing else over here scores. So we're going to put this one down here. And then he has these 2. And I'm going to say these aren't in a collection yet because you have to have 2 comics to be in a collection. I don't know if that's true for Jarvis. It doesn't say, I don't think, from memory. But based on the rules that you have to have 2 comics to be in a collection, I'd assume Jarvis can start a collection with just 1 comic. But literally, it's the first line. Okay, so he's then got a number 1. So we can put 1 here for his Avengers comic. And he's got a versus Doctor Strange, which doesn't count for anything. This card is in my hand. Let's put it down here. We've done the Assemble collection of the convention. We're on to the store. We're round 2ing it. Right, we pick up the first cards and let's turn these over, shall we? We've got a Doctor Strange, a Spider-Man, and another Doctor Strange. That is exactly what we wanted, right? Let's take these 2. It is giving him another Spider-Man comic, but we're okay with that. We're going to try and score this as we go. So let's put this here. This gives him a special edition. So he's up straight away. We're going to do the same thing again. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, this time is slightly different. We've got 2 Black Widows. Was it a Black Widow we held on to? It was. And we've got a Spider-Man. I don't really, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't really want to give him any more Spider-Mans. So I think we might have to take this and let him have the Black Widow comic. He can put it into his Iron Man collection, but it doesn't come with any of the highlights that we're looking for. These 2 go into our collection. Now we're heading off to the auction site. This is a level 3 action, and this is the only one we haven't done yet. So we're going to take the tier 3 cards, and we are going to deal out 4 of them. Let's just check the numbers. Is it 4 and 3, or is it 5 and 3? It's 4 and 3. So we're going to deal out 4 cards along the top. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 3 cards along the bottom. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And the way this works is it's just a straight up auction. We get the first choice because we're the first player. We can bid on this row, which is going to cost us 5 of these points, or we can bid on this row, which is going to cost us 1 of these points. Whichever one we take, Jarvis will take the other. It feels like, how many Doctor Strange have we got? 2 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it feels like we need to go down that road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would get us to 24 points. I feel like we have to go for this. So let's take these and put these in our collection. And Jarvis is going to get these. So a Captain America. He doesn't have a Captain America, so he's got one, but it doesn't have a symbol on. He does have a Black Panther, so we can put it over here. Okay. Next up, we get another Black Panther. This one has a first icon on it, so we can put this here, and Jarvis will move up to number 2. And then he gets another Spider-Man, which gives him another in the special edition. Okay, that's the auction site. We're back to the convention. We take the convention deck and we give it a shuffle. Oh, we need to move this. So I'm green, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Jarvis moves down 1. Okay, I don't think it's particularly close at the moment. Look at our collection compared to his collection. It's not great. Okay, what have we got? Another Spider-Man. Another Black Panther, Captain America, Black Widow, and Captain America again. Another Black Panther. None of the comics we want are coming up right now. Oh dear. There's a lot of... It's very Black Panther, Spider-Man heavy over here. I don't like it. Okay, there's Iron Man. There's another Iron Man. And finally, there's one more Iron Man. And then we get one in the middle, which is another Black Panther. Okay, what the heck do we do here? Let's just have a look at what we've got. We can get a couple more. That's going to be 6. That's going to cost us. We can pay for those 2 with those. These are going to cost 2, and we can pay for those 2 with any one of these. And then we've got a Black Widow. So we're doing okay for our currency. The question is, what the heck should we pick up? Maybe some Iron Mans? You know, we could pick up 3 Iron Men across the top here. Without moving anything. But is there a benefit to moving stuff? There's only one Doctor Strange, so I think I have to ignore it. There is a benefit to moving something, right? If I was to... If I was to move this Captain America, I could move Black Panther in here. Or if I was to move this Black Widow, I could move Black Panther in here and get rid of 3 Black Panther cards. I think that might be worth it. And then we could pick up the Black Widow cards. I'm going to take Iron Man across the top here, I think. Although these 2 aren't worth anything to us. It would give us an extra part of the collection, because our collection isn't really that strong. We've got 1. I mean, that's probably the right thing to do. I think we're going to take... They're all very expensive though, but let's take them, because we can use them as currency if we need to. Okay. Then it's our turn to discard. So if we move... What one's going to be the most valuable to him? I don't think there is. They all work for him, unfortunately. So let's take this one down here. And we'll say Black Panther. That means we can discard all 3 of these. Okay. Now what the heck do we want to pick up? We probably want to get rid of the Spider-Man comics. Could move Captain America over here and pick up 3 of them. Do I give him another Spider-Man? I think I probably do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to put him... Oh, he's already in 9, so an extra 1 won't matter too much. Okay, let's take Captain America. We'll bring him down here. And we'll take Captain America. Is this one better than this? Possibly not, because of the currency on it. So I'm going to take this one. Bring this down here. We'll pick up these. We'll add these to our collection. Okay, then we get to discard. How can we get rid of the most? I mean, it makes sense to put this up here and get rid of these 2 Spider-Men, I guess. Still going to give him 2 Black Panthers, but... Okay, let's do his next then. So he's got a couple of Black Widows. One with a special edition. He has a Black Panther. Appreciate you might not be able to see this. I'll try and tuck this right on the end here. He's got a couple more actually, so we're going to have to move these over slightly as best we can. This has got a first on, so he moves up 1. Okay, then he's got another one with another first on, so he moves up 1 more, so he's exactly level with us. He's then got a Doctor Strange, which has got a first on, so he's overtaken us on the first. And then he has a Captain America, which is the first in his collection, which doesn't have anything on. Okay, we're on to the assemble collections for us. So let's have a little look. We've got a lot of cards here. I don't know if any of them are any good for us, but let's have a little look as we go. Some Doctor Stranges. We know we want those. A Spider-Man that we probably picked up by discarding these Captain Americas, I think. So 3... And if we get rid of the Spider-Man in this Captain America, that is 3, 4, 6. Perfect. That's these bought for us. So let's tuck these out of the way. Then we've just got a decision to make down here. Do we try and go Iron Man, which would be 3, 4, 6, 3, 6, 3, 5, 7, 9, and we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we could buy these two and keep these two in our collection. And so that would be this one for this one and this one for this one. We can get rid of this Black Widow one here, over here, and that means we buy these two and these two stay in our hand. So let's do that. So we've got enough at least to start another collection, and we can pop you over here. Okay, stop hogging the whole table, Jarvis. Right, so we're going to put our Doctor Strange comics down here. We've got another, or our first special edition, immediately followed by our second special edition. And then we've got a first appearance. And then we've got another special edition. We're closing the gap somewhat. And then we've got our Iron Man comics, which is a first. So we're in the lead on that one at least. And another one, which is another special edition. So we're tying over here. It's not too bad, but he's going to be scoring an awful lot of points from all of these, in fact. Luckily for us, they're the lowest tiers. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be 8 and 16. Whereas ours is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. So it's not horrendous, but... Oh no, sorry, there's these ones here as well. So we're going to have 24. It's not horrendous, but it's still a little too much for my liking, for what he's got. Okay, we're going to the flea market, which we remember from the first time round. This is the last time we're going to do this, is 1, 2, and 3. And then we turn over the next card. And the next card is a Black Panther. I don't really want to give him a Black Panther. So I'm going to put Black Panther up here, I think. Next up, he's turned over another Black Panther. He's going to check the rows. He's going to put that at the bottom. Okay, our turn. Doctor Strange. I think we have to put that in the middle, right? Or actually, if we put it here, this has got an Iron Man and a Black Panther in, so we'll do that. Then we'll turn over the next one, which is a Spider-Man. That's going to go at the bottom as well. We don't mind stealing his Spider-Man. Next up is a Shock Horror Spider-Man, and then a Captain America. I'm okay with this. I'm going to take this bottom section here and add this to my collection, or to my stack. He's going to take this section here, and we'll put these down as we go. So we have a Black Panther, another one, but this has just got a verses on, so we don't need to worry about it. It's got a Spider-Man, and this has just got a new outfit on it, so we don't need to worry about that. And then a Captain America. Again, this has just got a new outfit on it, so we've done okay there. These are the cards I picked up. Hold on, I've got confused. What's going on? Oh, this is the rest of the deck. These are the cards I've got in my hand. These are the Iron Man and ones we've just picked up. And these are the ones that go on the top of convention. Easily done, right? Auction site. So we've done this before. This is level 3 cards, or tier 3 cards. We're going to 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then down here, 1, 2, 3. I don't like giving him more Spider-Man, but I don't think I've got any choice. No Doctor Strange, but there is 2 Iron Man here, which could go a long way to our collection. We might not have the money to spend on these though, but let's take this row. We'll take all of these. It's going to give us some currency, but it's going to lose us points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He moves down another 1. He's got an extra 10 points or so on us. And then he's going to grab all of these. So let's put these in his collection. He's got a Captain America, but again, doesn't have a symbol that we have to worry about. He has another Spider-Man. I'm just going to squeeze these up a little bit, but it doesn't have a symbol we need to worry about. And he has an Iron Man, which has a first on it. So he is going to move up back level with us on this one. And then we're off to the convention. So let's pick up the cards. Let's give them a shuffle. And hopefully we find some Doctor Strange comics. Okay, first one. The Black Panther. Another Black Panther. A Captain America. And a Spider-Man. There's a Black Widow. There's another Black Widow. There's another Captain America and another Captain America. And then we're Black Widowing down this row, it seems. Come on, another Doctor Strange. Come on, another Doctor Strange. Come on, another Doctor Strange. No, okay. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Oh, and one in the middle, which is Black Widow, would you believe? Okay. This has not helped me in the slightest. In fact, I am not collecting any of these that came out apart from that one Doctor Strange in the corner. That is really awkward. That is really awkward. Okay, so I think we move this up here and we say Black Widow and we collect all three of these and we put these in our deck. Then, should have thought about this. Then we want to get rid of a Captain America maybe. We could put Captain America down here and get rid of all of the Captain America cards, but my concern is the Spider-Men, and they're the complete opposite sides. But it's maybe not the worst shout. I'm going to move this down here, and we'll say Captain America, and we'll get rid of these three. Put them there. Okay. I think next up we bring you down here and we say Black Panther and we get rid of you. That goes on the convention. And then we say Spider-Man, moving you up here, and we get rid of all three of you, which leaves our buddy getting another Captain America. This one's just got the versus symbol on, so he doesn't get any action from that or any movement up the highlight track. A Doctor Strange, which does have a gem on it, so he's going to move up one, leaving us in his dust. A Captain America, which has a versus on it, which, again, we don't have to worry about. A Black Widow, which he hasn't got a collection of, but we'll put this here, and that's got a number 1 on it, so we will move him up on this track. And then another Black Widow comic, which has a diamond on it, which will move him up on the diamond track. So he's pulling away from us a little bit. Right. The question is, what can we do? We have just trying to put these into some kind of order down here to help us figure out what we want to do. Okay. So our Doctor Strange, I'm going to bring these up here, I think. We can move these over a little bit just to make sure we're aware. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 puts us in this category. We've only got one more. We don't want to pick it up. It's not going to benefit us in picking this up because it's only going to take us to 10, still 24 points. So this is currency. Okay. Our current collection of Iron Man comics is 2. If we can get 5, we'll get 10 points. So that's 3 of these. So if I was to take out you, because you've only got the versus symbol on, we can put that out there as currency. That's going to buy these 2 cards. What else can I get rid of? This Captain America / Iron Man comic down here is not useful to us because it doesn't have any of the points we want on. So I could put that up here and we could buy 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 3, 5, 7. So we can buy these 3 Iron Man comics. We'll put these down. As we put these down, we'll move us along the track. So we have a number 1, and we have this one, which is an Avengers, and that has a special edition. Okay, so that's these out of the way because we've bought these. I don't think there's any way, maybe there's a way, that we can get a 3 comic collection, which would go some way to giving us at least some points. It looks like the Black Widow is the only way we're going to do that. Let's assume we were buying this one because it's the cheapest and it's got a number 1 on. We're buying this one because it's the second cheapest and it's got that on. So we're spending this on these. That leaves us with 4 points, which means we can buy this, which has got the first symbol on it, which means we can sell all of these, or we can discard all of these. So that can go over there, and these are also added to our collection, which means we get another first. So that ties us up over here. Oh, we get another first. Sorry, that's a number 1. We get another first over here. I think this was right. Either way, it's us one ahead, and we get another one. So we pull away here. So all equal on this track. It's a complete waste of time for everyone involved. But we're ready to do some scoring. So let's just lay these out, and we'll do some scoring. So there's our measly collection in comparison to what Jarvis has been up to. But let's go through what we've got, shall we? We have, and I'm going to use the tracker over here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these. So we can go over here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these, so we can go in here. And we've got 1, 2, 3 of these, so we can go in here. So our total is 24 plus 10, 34 plus 5, 39. Oh God, that doesn't sound enough. When I first did it, I had about 80. Okay, collection size. Jarvis is 39 for us. Right, this is going to be embarrassing. Right, let's do Jarvis. Jarvis has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 24 points for Spider-Man. My maths isn't great, by the way. Then he's got, 1, 2, 3, 4, Captain America. So he moves into this one. He's got 2 here, so we don't get anything for the... Oh no, hold on, I lied. He's got 4 of these, so he gets 5 points over here for Black Widow. He's got 3 Iron Man, so he gets 5 points for that one as well. He's got 3 Doctor Strange, so he gets 6 points for that. And then Black Panther, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these as well. That's huge. Okay, I might have to get a calculator out for this. So he's got 16, so that's 32. Plus 4 is 36. Plus 10 is 46. Plus another 6 is 52. Oh dear. Okay, I mean, this is going to be irrelevant, right? Because we're tied down here. Oh God. Let's do this. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that gives him another 20 points. And over here, I've got 1, 2, 3. That gets me 5 points. Secret Stash, he has 13. I have 5. Oh dear. First highlight, we're both level. The way this works is you score 15 or 8, depending on the track. So we're both level on this one. I beat him on this one. He beat me on this one. So effectively, they're worth 0. So I'm going to just ignore them because it's all tied. So that gives him 72, 85. And that gives me 39 plus 5 plus another 5, which, if I'm not mistaken, is 49. Turns out that we got our arses absolutely handed to us by Jarvis. And that is Comic Hunters. It's a really fun little one-player game. I haven't played it multiplayer. I will do. I'll get some friends around and we'll give it a go. But I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, let me know. Let me know if you played this. Let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know if I got anything wrong, as always. If I do spot anything wrong in the edit, I'll make a note of it. But if you leave a comment and I spot it, then great. Yeah, hit the like button, subscribe button, all of those things really help. Let me know if there's any games you want to play. Let me know if you got this and you're playing it and how you enjoyed it. And I'll see you all again soon. Thank you.